Hello, my name's Jim Moran, and thanks for joining us for video 4 of 4, What to Do When the Virtual Auditor Comes. You can reach me at jim@simplifyiso.com or over here on our website with this handy contact button. Many of you have already used the various pieces of software that you can use to collaborate with. There's things like Skype. You may have already used Microsoft Teams. Simplifyiso platform is perfect for showing your auditor all the documents and records that they need to see, videos, that sort of thing. GoToMeeting, some of you might use that tool. WebEx, we use that with the ASQ. Zoom, of course, a very popular program. ReadyTalk, and there are others. So make sure, above all else, that you have a chance to practice using this tool with the registrar before they come for the audit, just to make sure everybody is comfortable with it and knows how to use the various features on the tool. The other thing to keep in mind is that this shouldn't be really any different from a pre-COVID audit, except for the observation part, the interview part, the reviewing documents part will all be done remotely as opposed to in person. For example, there'll still be an opening meeting. The auditor will go over the audit plan, review it with you, and you can let them know if the person that they want to see will be there at the time that they expected they might be. Have a look at the agenda, see if everything is still going to work the way you had all hoped. Then the auditor will interview people, will watch people do things, and you can do that by holding up a tablet, phone, laptop, pointing the camera at the person doing the activities, and the auditor will ask some more questions, have the same two-way conversation that you'd have in any normal audit. Then there'll be daily debriefs, and finally the closing meeting after all the requirements in the audit plan had been met. A couple of things to keep in mind. There may be some challenges. Some of our clients who have had these audits found that at certain times the auditor did not want to be on camera. This could be difficult. Maybe some of your employees won't want to be on camera either. That'll make things a bit more challenging. So try to get people comfortable with this technology before the audit happens so that this wouldn't be an issue with your registrar, and hopefully by then all the auditors will be comfortable enough that there won't be any issues. It's so much easier to communicate when you can see the other person's face. There's no doubt about it. There could be things like dogs barking, children being themselves, phones ringing, and if there's anything else that you can think of that could happen during the audit, it would be a great idea to try to mitigate that before the audit happens. For example, perhaps a train goes by your organization every day at the same time. If you could just warn the auditor about this and perhaps pause the audit for a minute or two while the train's going by, that would certainly be helpful. Another challenge with this new model, and you might end up being part of it, is the requirement for registrars to have witness audits by their accrediting body. You might end up being the auditing client when the registrar is having a witness audit done. This will complicate things a little bit more, but with any luck, everybody will be comfortable with the activities. Nothing really has to change in the manner of what to look at, that kind of thing. It wouldn't impact you as the client at all, just that there might be some extra pauses. There might be some times when the accrediting body wants to ask the registrar's auditor a few extra questions. There needs to be some auditor flexibility, of course. You'll notice that here we have to do a little bit more planning. It'll be slightly different planning for virtual audit. They may have to adjust the pace or the order of the audit, and this could be because of the technology and the way it can be applied. And then finally, there could be a situation where you might have to send them some evidence afterwards. Another thing to keep in mind for both parties, the preparation might take a little bit longer. Previously, you get a letter in the mail a couple or 3 weeks before the audit, maybe a month before the audit. The auditor would show up and away you went. Now, we may have to take care of things such as sharing documents ahead of time. Once again, our platform is perfect for this situation because you can just give the auditor access to your management system. He or she can look through the documents, find anything they need. Another thing to keep in mind is that there might be a way to share the audit plan, again, maybe a little bit longer ahead of time than you are used to, because the sharing of the plan should also include some practice with the equipment to make sure that everybody's happy with it. You'll probably spend a little more time identifying auditees than maybe you have in the past, and it wouldn't hurt to plan for a few extra breaks with this technology till everybody gets really comfortable with it. And some of the main differences going forward will be the idea that it won't be face to face. You won't be able to read body language the same way because you'll probably be only seeing maybe the upper part of a person. The way you will present evidence will be different for the auditor. The way the auditor accepts the evidence or asks questions about the evidence might be a little bit different, but it's still the same process. The auditor has a set of criteria. The auditor is assessing to see if you've met the requirements in that audit criteria. On August 31st, 2020 at 12 noon, we're offering a free webinar called What to Do When the Virtual Auditor Comes. Down below this video, you'll see a link to the webinar, and we'll also give you a chance to see some features of our Simplify ISO cloud-based management system platform. And if you'd like to have a personal one-on-one tour of it, just hit the set up a demo button and we'd be happy to spend 10 or 15 minutes with you to see if it's a fit. And hopefully we'll see you on the 31st. You'll see a screen like this when you sign up. It'll let you know that you've registered and you're all set to go. You'll also receive a reminder letter the day of the webinar. Thanks very much for taking a look, and I hope you can join us next time. Bye for now.